Good morning. Hi, I'm Diane Webster. Today with our morning coffee, we're going to talk about how to get to sleep easily. I'll tell you my story first of all, which is when I first started having problems getting to sleep, and that was in my intern year when I was a first year doctor and I was working in a major metropolitan trauma hospital, and we were working between 100 and 120 hours a week. And you'd think you'd be able to get to sleep when you weren't working, but I was so stressed with the job that all I could think of when I tried to get to sleep with the few hours that I had was all the cases that I'd been treating. Another time I couldn't get to sleep was after I failed my specialist exams for the first time. Stress at work. Once I was a practising ophthalmologist, I had burnout and then I couldn't sleep. My father died, and during that time I was grieving and I couldn't get to sleep. I had the stillbirth of my baby daughter and I had a lot of trouble sleeping then. When I finally had my beautiful children, they were keeping me awake at night and waking me at night, and so it was very hard to get back to sleep afterwards. I became divorced, and during that terrible time, I couldn't sleep. I had prolapses of the discs in my neck, and the pain would keep me awake. I've also had arthritis and polymyalgia, rheumatica, and again, it was the pain that was keeping me awake and stopping me from sleeping. So over the years, I've just researched it and looked at all the different ways to get to sleep. Now I haven't got any major problems in my life. I'm 64 years old, but I still found that I was waking up at night and not being able to get back to sleep, or not being able to get to sleep originally once I got into bed. And what I learnt over the years, first of all, were just some general sleep hygiene, which has really helped me, of going to sleep at the same time every night and then waking up at the same time every morning and getting about 7 to 8 hours sleep if I possibly can. Another thing I found was that coffee kept me awake. Up until the age of 40, I could drink coffee. And then after 40, if I had a cup of coffee after 6 p.m. at night, that would keep me awake all night. I tried prescribed medications for sleeping tablets for sleep with my general practitioner, and that did work, but I decided I didn't want to become addicted to them because my father had, and when he went into hospital with pneumonia, they didn't give him sleeping tablets, and then he became delirious. And I thought, I don't want to be dependent on them, so I've got to find other ways of getting to sleep easily. So I started meditating and relaxing, and that helped to do that. Another thing I've tried is when I wake up at night and I can't get back to sleep is reading for however long it takes to feel sleepy again. But then I'm always tired the next day, and I've decided that I just come to acceptance about being tired the next day, because I know that the night after that or the night after that, I will eventually get to sleep. I think what many people do is they get very concerned and worried about not being able to sleep. And I found the best thing was just coming to acceptance that I've got a sleep disorder. It's probably very common, and many people have it due to traumatic things that have happened to them over their lifetime, of which it happens to all of us. And so I have come to acceptance of it. But just more recently, I've found a very easy technique to help me to get to sleep, and that is breathing. I did do focus on breathing earlier when I was doing meditation, but it's the slow breathing that seems to be the best. So it's the slow breathing of just breathing in to 5 and then breathing out to 5, to counting 5. And I know that seems very simple, but it really works. And the main thing is that, of course, other thoughts will come into your mind, but just let them go. And then I focus back on the breathing again and just counting in for 5 and then out for 5. And this really helps. I think the main issue is not engaging with your thoughts. So if thoughts come into your mind, just let them go and then go back to focusing on breathing. Another thing that helps is also just focusing on sounds, letting those sounds come and go, and don't entertain any thoughts about the sounds. It might be a ticking clock, or in our case, some traffic outside because we live on a busy road at the moment. If there's nature sounds, that's very helpful. And I know there's apps that I have tried with nature sounds, and they're very good, but I found the problem with the apps was that I'd put the app in my ear and turn it on, and then I'd wait till it finished, and then when I turned it off, it would wake me up again. So I found that the breathing is the best thing to do. And also coming to acceptance that not everyone can get to sleep easily or get back to sleep easily, but basically if we can learn to live with it and do the breathing, you can have a much better time. And now I'm completely free of any sleeping medications, and it's been really successful. So I think that I'm the happiest now than I've ever been in my life at 64 years of age, and I'm sleeping really well by doing these simple strategies. So have a lovely day.